argue, though he had his own opinion on the matter. Emma's unique attractiveness had always fascinated him. She was a strong, resilient woman, with the grace of a tall-masted ship. Her face was a composition of delicate, angled cheekbones, a lush mouth, a scattering of golden freckles across the bridge of her nose. Long-limbed and slender, she reached a height of nearly 6 feet, even in her flat slippers. Nikola topped her by a scant 2 inches. He had often imagined her body matched exactly to his, her legs and arms wrapped around him. They were right for each other. Strange that no one else could see it, but it had been clear to Nicholas for years, ever since he had first met her. She had been a devil child, an explosive bundle of gangly limbs and wild red hair. Now she was a young woman of 20, with a ruthless honesty that was a perfect foil for his own secretive nature. She reminded him of the women he had known in Russia, women with fire in their souls, so unlike the tepid European creatures he had known for the past 7 years. Aware of his inspection, Emma made a face at him. "I don't mind being plain," she said. "As far as I can tell, beauty is a terrible inconvenience. Now you really must go, Nicholas. With you hovering around, no man will dare come near me."
"Whomever you're waiting for. He won't last any longer than the others."
Emma scowled in sudden defiance. "This one will."
"They never stay,"
he continued idly.
"You send them all away, in the exact order they come to you. Why is that?"
Emma's vivid flush clashed with her hair. She clamped her lips together. His arrow had found its mark. This was her 3rd season after having been presented. If she didn't marry soon, she would be considered a failure in the marriage market and on a rapid road to spinsterhood. "I don't see why I need a husband," she said. "I don't like the idea of being owned by someone. You probably think that makes me unwomanly."
"I consider you very much a woman."
Her auburn brows inched upward. "Is that a compliment or mockery? With you, it's hard to tell."
"I never mock you, Emma. Other people, yes. You, no."
She gave a disbelieving snort. Nicholas came forward then, stepping into the light that spilled gently from a garden lantern.
"You will accompany me back inside now. As your host and a distant cousin, I can't allow you to stay out here unchaperoned."
"Don't try to claim any kinship between us. You're my stepmother's relative, and you have no ties to me whatsoever."
"We're cousins by marriage,"
he insisted. Emma smiled at that, knowing that as cousins they could have a far more informal relationship, calling each other by first names and talking privately without the need of a chaperone. "Whatever you say, Your Highness."
"Perhaps you would like a tour of my art collection," Nicholas suggested. "I have an icon wall that might interest you. Many of them are works from 13th century Novgorod."
"I don't care for art, and I certainly don't want to look at any gloomy old icons." Emma gave him a sceptical glance. "Why do you keep them? You're the last person I'd expect to collect religious paintings."
"Icons are the windows to a Russian soul."
Emma's wide mouth curled derisively. "I've never seen any evidence that you have a soul."
"Perhaps you haven't looked closely enough."
He took a step forward, and then another, until his feet nearly touched the flowing hem of her white dress. "What are you doing?" she asked.
"Stand up."
For a moment, Emma didn't move. Nicholas had never spoken to her like this. He seemed relaxed, his ungloved hands loose at his sides, but she had seen such calculated stillness before, in a cat about to strike. Emma obeyed uneasily, straightening as tall as possible until they stood almost nose to nose. "What do you want, Nicholas?"
"I want to hear more about this friend of yours. Does he hold you in his arms? Does he whisper?"